Hey guys, you're back here with Credit Connector. Remember, this channel is about you guys. I want to empower you guys. I want to show you how to understand your credit, how to fix your credit, and how to go out there and leverage your credit. Remember, I'm still dropping my VIP mentorship that you guys can still join for free. Also, if you guys have any friends or relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel, which is called Conecto de Crédito. In this video, what we're going to talk about is secret ways to improve your credit score. And a lot of times it's not really that you have something bad or reporting. It's just that you have to take the time to go into your credit report and look through it. And it's something sometimes very simple that's in your control that you can fix from one statement to another. Okay. We're going to talk about all that, and we're going to talk about what is the max out penalty on the personal side and on the business side when it comes to credit and utilization, because a lot of people are under the impression that to have a max out penalty, that means that if you have a credit card for $1,000, you've had to use the whole $1,000, and that is a misconception. And a lot of people don't understand how credit really works, neither on the personal side or on the business side. So we're going to do a dive deep in there to see if maybe you can fix your credit without even having to go out there and paying for anybody to do it for you. Because I know for a fact, if you get your credit report and you scan it and you go through it, there's a lot of little things that you can fix on your own, okay? So one of the first things that I'm going to tell you is, of course, pull your credit report. And I'm not talking about going to Credit Karma and looking at it through there. Remember, that's not how it works, okay? You can either do it through, the annual credit report, and you can get that for free. And that gives you a full, analysis of your credit. Or you can also go to, I like Experian. What I do is I go through Experian and I just get the 7-day trial, and then I cancel it after that. And I just pay like $1. So that's another way you can do it. Okay. The first thing is you want to go through your credit report. Remember, the two things that report the most on your credit report that you have control, 100% control, is payment history and utilization, debt to income. So these are two little things that you can fix on your own. And a lot of people don't understand this. So you got to make sure that those payments are on time. Okay. That is the number one thing. It's 35% of your score. So just being on top of that is going to give you a boost. Remember, if you ever have a late payment, let's say on a credit card, you have to have 11 payments on time in the same category. It's not that it deletes it out or it cancels it out, but it's like once you have 11 payments on time, then what it does, if you have one late payment, it kind of makes it, a little bit less, that it counts in your credit. Okay. So I'm not talking about if you have 5 or 6 late payments and you pay, a year on time. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, if you have one late payment, make sure that if it's on a credit card, make sure you have 11, payments on time. If it's on a card payment, if it's in your mortgage, make sure that you have 11 payments on time after that. And what it makes it less effective. Does it still count? Yes, it still counts, especially the first 24 months. But if you're trying to get approved for something, it's going to help you out. Definitely having 11 payments or a year of payments on time after that late payment. Okay. If you couldn't take it out, if that was just a hiccup that you got and you wrote a goodwill letter and nothing, was able to get accomplished, then make sure you have at least a year of good payments in the same category. Okay. Also, utilization. Utilization is everybody talks about. You should be under 30%. You should be under 10%. I would tell you that the sweet spot is probably under 10%, between 6 and 7%, especially if you're trying to go out for funding. Okay. This is really important. And a lot of people don't know that after you hit 48% utilization, in your personal side, you are considered maxed out. So you will get the maxed out penalty. So you definitely don't want to, hit 48%. If right now you're using your credit cards and you're above 30%, please make sure that you do stay underneath the 48% max out penalty on the personal side. Okay. And on the business side, which a lot of people talk about that, business utilization, it doesn't count, or commercial. Well, guess what? It does. So let's say you have a credit card on the business, you still had to PG it and get personal credit. But let's say that credit card, if you got approved for 25,000, okay, and you're only using 10%, you've never used the 25,000. Remember, it's only going to report $10,000. And if you are completely, use the 10%, the 10,000, it's going to count like if you're maxed out. Okay. On the commercial side, let's say you get approved for $50,000, you have to make sure to use those $50,000 so it reports as your credit line, and then bring it down, okay? You want to make sure on the business side that you are 30% utilization or lower, because this does count against you. Anytime you're above 30% utilization on the business side, it shows that your business can be a little bit iffy and you might have some financial issues. So that's something you want to check also if you're trying to fix your business, business credit. You want to make sure to get the credit report on the business side and see where your utilization is at. This is really important. Also, on the business side, if you have one late payment, it's one late payment. If it's a day late, it's a day late. If it's 7 days, it's 7 days, 7 days beyond terms. So this is really important. I know I'm talking about personal and business, but right now we're talking about how to improve our score. So I'm going to kind of give you a little breakdown here on the business and the personal side. So this is really important. Okay, guys? So when we talk about utilization, also history, length of time. How to improve your length of time? Should I go out there and buy trade lines? I personally never recommend trade lines, because let's say you pay $500 for a trade line, or you pay $2,500 for a trade line. That person is only going to let you keep that for 6 months. Always try to get somebody that you know, a family member, your parents, your friends, or something that, they can actually, add you on their credit. And if they have a 25-year credit, that's also going to reflect on you, and that's going to show that you have a better credit history. Okay. Make sure that they do add you on a credit card that they're paying on time. They have no high utilization or anything like that. Also, remember there is the authorized user, God, what is that called? I want to say right now, laws, the abuse laws with the authorized users. So you have to make sure, I would always try to play it safe, play it with somebody that you know, so you don't get in trouble, because you might see it later on your credit, but it's not really helping you, okay? Because there is these laws intact, which they're called the authorized user laws that come to do with the utilization, the abuse utilization. So always try to just see if somebody can help you. If not, try to build trade lines in another way by maybe, let's say if you're paying, rent, you might want to, use the Boom app, which that reports, I believe, to all three credit bureaus. Or you want to pay your rent, maybe if you can get the Build card, which is excellent as well. There's other ways. You have to go out there and do your due diligence. Okay, guys? Also remember, if you have a credit card, try to pay it off not by the due date, but by the statement date. If you pay it off by the statement date, it will report the next month as 0 or 10%, depending how much you left on your card. So this is really important. A lot of people think that they need to pay it by the due date. If you want to report it because you want to help your credit, it has to be reported by the statement date. Because remember, the credit cards only report one day to the credit bureau, and that's by the statement date, not by the due date. Okay, so this is really important. Another way, if you're trying to repair your credit, things that you don't want to do is you don't want to close a credit card anytime that you're trying to repair your credit, because it does go down. It brings the points down, a couple of points. I don't know if it's 3 to 5 points. But right now, if you're trying to fix your credit, that is going to be, significant for you. So you want to not close any credit cards when you're trying to fix your credit cards, try to fix your credit, or when you're trying to go for funding or buying a house or buying a car. You want to try at least 6 months prior not to close a credit card, okay? It can also bring down the age, the history that you have. So this is really important. Also, if you're trying to, negotiate by any chance with a debt collector or anything like that, which I'm always iffy about that, make sure that you don't agree to anything without getting something in writing, okay? This is really important. Make sure in writing, because remember, these people are out there, they're vultures. They're out there to get you, okay? Also, you want to make sure that when you are trying to bring up your credit, or you're trying to fix your credit, or you're trying to build your credit, don't go out there and try to get, a credit card from a major credit card from a major company, because you're going to get denied. If you have high utilization, you have high inquiries, try to get maybe a credit card that is secure, or, if they have a pre qualification too, and go through there. But try not to get any hard inquiries right now when you're trying to repair your credit, because it's only a couple of points, I think 3 to 5 points, but it does bring down your credit score. So these are little things that you need to know when you're trying to fix your credit. Also, like I tell you, a lot of times credit is behavior. It's in our hands to fix it. We really don't have to go out there and, pay anybody to do this or hire a credit card repair company. We can do it on our own, just basically by checking our report all the time and trying to, what's in our control, having control of it. Because remember, credit is behavior. Also, if you owe a lot of money, try to see if maybe you can get a credit card with a balance transfer that has 0 interest. Right now, I know on the personal side, you can do this with the city cards, and they're actually giving up to 21 months interest free. Imagine getting 21 months interest free on a balance transfer. That's going to help you, because maybe you're paying $300 a month and $150 are going to the interest instead of bringing it down. Okay. Also, if you have, remember, high utilization, try to bring those cards down, see, what is the highest, and try to work on that first. I personally am a vision person. Like, I like to see results. So what I do is I tackle first the lower credit cards, because I want to see close account, close account, close account. That works for me just because I'm visual. So I like to see things are getting done, but it's up to you guys. Remember, this is Jackie. I'm not giving legal advice. I'm not an attorney. This is just for educational reasons. I hope you got something from this video. Like, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment. This is the only way I'm going to get to know you guys. Enjoy my free mentorship, guys, because you're going to get a lot of information there. I'm starting to set up now the classrooms, and we are going to start going live. Okay, guys? Until next time.